Okay, we have to go to the Citadel to do the last companion quest. Thane's son. We might have a lot of smaller side quests to do if we look into opportunities there, which we might have to because we're low on cash. And there we know at least a couple of places that would sell quite useful upgrades. We'll do it all once the actual missions are done, and resource gathering too. Don't want to mix those two up. I might have to do them, but I certainly don't think they're anything even remotely interesting to watch. So they could be easily skipped. You never know what you stumble on with them. My guess is you stumble upon nothing. Never know. Ooh, energy drain. So, drain the enemy shield to power up your own. And it does damage. I'm not sure I care about that. Not really. I think we might be better off going with the combat drone option. Shit. I'm not picking anything yet. Either I'm out with him.
CSEC appears to be investigating the death of Sidonis, Shepard. They currently have no leads. Also, according to CSEC, a Drell recently passed through customs. The CSEC office may have more information.
I'm sorry, but I can't let you board the shuttle with that.
But this is a ceremonial item of my people.
Sir, it's a 15-centimeter serrated blade.
You humans are all racist.
You'd think Citadel security would be the tightest in the galaxy. I see no fewer than 14 fatal flaws a skilled assassin could exploit. 8 of them existed when I was here 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yes?
My associate is trying to find his son. We think a local criminal may have hired him.
That should be easy. We don't see many Drell here. There we go. One of my men reported a Drell recently. And he was talking to Mouse. Interesting.
Mouse?
Ah, petty criminal. Probably not the guy who hired your boy, but a messenger. He's a former duct rat. Runs errands for anyone who'll pay.
What sort of trouble has Mouse been getting himself into?
Odd jobs for shifty people. Duct rats take whatever is available to get by. Data running, fencing stolen goods, selling illegal VI personalities. Actually, he was selling one of you.
Me?
Yeah, when you erased a file, it would say, I delete data like you on the way to real errors.
That's pretty extreme, Shepard.
Laugh it up, Tally.
Buggy, though. It crashed every half hour. The error message was about how the galaxy was at stake, and you should fix the problem yourself.
What was it you called Mouse?
Duct rat. It's a local slang for the poor kids who grow up in the station. When they're small, they tend to play in the ventilation ducts where adults can't get to them.
Aren't the ducts dangerous?
Every couple of months, we pull a little body out of them. Lacerated by fan blades, broken by a deadfall, suffocated by vacuum exposure. Those are just the ones we know about. More just disappear. Maybe they get sucked into space. Maybe they fall into the protein vats the keepers run. Mouse survived long enough that he can't fit in the ducts anymore. He was one of the smarter ones, or the luckier ones.
I've heard enough.
Mouse is usually upstairs outside the Dark Star. He works out of a public comm terminal. You should pick up a copy of the Shepard VI when you talk to him. It sounds like your boy's running with the wrong crowd.
Yes, I agree.
If Mouse can't get you in touch with your son directly, he'll know who can. I'll help you if you need it.
We better hurry then.
You didn't tell him that Kolyat plans to assassinate someone.
He's a cop. He tried to stop Kolyat and one of them could end up dead. I don't want that.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Shepard.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
I want to go home and eat it. I thought you were gonna stand here admiring it all damn day.
Okay, where do we need Dark Star? There. Fascinating. No, this does not lead anywhere. I have no idea how to actually get there. All the floors are on the same map, so it's hard to tell on which level these is. Useless map is useless. Guess you at least know which part of the station it is.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
No items available, thank goodness.
Yeah, sure. I can get you 2 cases by the end of the day.
You Mouse?
What are you... Oh, shit. Krios. I thought you were retired. Commander Shepard? I thought you died. What do you want with me?
Be still, Mouse. You can change your pants in a moment.
How do you know Thane?
Krios? He didn't... If he didn't say nothing, I ain't either.
When we heard the name, I didn't think it could be the same Mouse. He was a contact on the Citadel when I was active. He and some other children would gather information on my targets.
We need you to answer some questions.
The people I work for... Look, I can't answer questions for just anybody.
But you can for me. You gave another Drell instructions for an assassination. Who's the target?
I don't know. I didn't ask. Because the people I work for...
We don't have time for this.
God, Thane, help me.
Help me, Mouse. My son is out there, in the dark.
That's why I carried for him. I thought you'd want me to. Please.
Explain.
He came in, said he was looking for work. He had a hollow of me, the one you took, Krios. I put the word out, used your old contacts. Elias wanted to hire him. Elias Kellum.
Tell me about Kellum.
Human. Moved to the Citadel about 10 years ago. He was little people when you were here, Krios. He got big after the Geth attack. Lots of the big guys from before got cacked, all in them big fancy apartments up on the Presidium. Now he runs the rackets on the lower end of the ward, Shanakiba. He's seriously bad news.
You just saved yourself a world of pain, kid.
Yeah, right. When Kellum finds out what I've done, I won't live long. And I can't do anything about it but hide. Krios, you got any kindness for me? Put a bullet in Kellum before you go.
That couldn't have been easy.
Mouse knew more about my life than Kolyat ever did. He smiles up at me, broken teeth and scabby knees. Bare feet black. A dead-end future looking up at me, worshipping the petty gifts I offer. I was the only good thing he had back then. But I left him, as I left Kolyat.
Mouse said you had a hollow of him.
Yes. A foolish bit of sentimentality. I can perfectly recall every moment I spent with Mouse. He pulls at my arm. Smiles. He wants to know that I'll remember him. That anyone will remember him. I take the hollow. He smiles at himself in miniature on my palm. Then a frown crinkles his brow. He pats my pockets, checking for other hollows. Where's your son, Krios? He asks.
Don't blame yourself.
If I don't, who will? We must carry the weight of our decisions, Shepard. You, of all people, know this.
Let's head back to Bailey.
Yeah, I'm sort of crap. We need to put a bullet in the guy then. Where exactly do we need to go anyway? Yeah. Paying attention. Talk to Bailey and bring in this guy. Okay. Not exactly like we can put a bullet in him then. I mean, we have to use the cops to get him into questioning. I'm not gonna murder the guy there.
Yes?
Can we talk about my associate's son?
You talked to Mouse? Did you get the name of the guy he's working with?
Elias Kellum.
Kellum. Shit. Look, this is awkward. Kellum and I have an agreement. He doesn't cause too much trouble and buys tickets to the C-Sec charity ball from me. In return, I ignore him.
Will you still help us?
I'll get some of my people to bring him in and set him up in a private room. You can interrogate him yourself. I'll stay out of sight, and if I'm lucky, Kellum will believe that I had nothing to do with it.
That'll be our next move, but I have other things I want to do first.
All right, let me know when you want to move.
I should be going.
You need anything else, let me know.
I guess we'll have to be somewhat careful on what we are going to reveal when talking to the guy. What exactly do we need to do? No, all we need to do is talk to him again.
Yes? You ready to interrogate Kellum?
Bring him in. We might not have much time.
I'll make it happen. Wait here.
We've got Kellum. Tell Bailey we're ready.
He'll expect me to get him out of this.
Not today, I think.
Captain, his lawyer's here.
Bet Elias has his VI set to page him if CSEC gets within 10 meters.
I'll stall him. Get in there and work fast.
We should question him together. Keep the pressure on. Thoughts on how we approach it?
Convince him that we'll put a bullet in his head if he doesn't talk. Once he's scared, he'll cooperate.
Very well. I'll pretend we're ready to kill him. We can't push too hard, though. We need the information more than we need a corpse.
Get me out of these restraints, Bailey. Pretty funny bringing me down here like this. The hell are you two?
Bailey has nothing to do with this. We just want a few answers. Off the record.
Off the record in a CSEC interrogation room? Sure.
You hired an assassin. Who do you want dead?
I want to see my advocate.
You apparently haven't noticed we're not CSEC. No deals, no due process, no advocate.
And that's supposed to scare me? You two are in way over your heads. Bailey won't let you touch me.
Bailey doesn't know you're here. But he will. After we're done.
You're not the only one who can buy off CSEC, Kellum.
What are you, Frog Boy? His little apologist? What, kid? You gonna bore me into confessing? You ain't shit. Come on, hit me. I dare you. No, huh? Didn't think you had the balls.
Yeah, I'm trying to be the good cop here, so I'm avoiding the renegade options.
Think carefully, Elias. I want to catch the assassin, not you. Why stick your neck out for him?
You want me to confess to putting a contract on someone? You think I'm stupid?
I get the name, I walk out. You never see me again.
I got no reason to believe you.
Elias, if we were after you, we'd have already put a bullet in your head. We're running out of time. Bailey can't stall his advocate for long.
Are we done here? Because I got people to see.
I'm done being patient. Give me a name or I'll cut your balls off and sell them to a Krogan.
All right, fucking quit it. Ain't worth this. Joram Talid, Turian running for office on the Zakira ward. He messes with legitimate businessmen. I'm gonna stop it.
Where and when?
His apartment, the 800 blocks. You better hurry.
What's going on here? Get away from my client.
You played me.
I've enjoyed our chat, Elias. Thanks for your help.
This isn't over.
Nicely done.
Wait, you got what you wanted. Who ratted me out?
Well, I guess you'll have something to think about while you're in here, huh?
I'll find out. And once I have a name...
Elias, as your legal advocate, I advise you to shut the hell up.
Where were you 5 minutes ago?
Held up in traffic.
What's the story? Why'd Kellum hire the boy?
Assassination. A Turian named Joram Talid. You know him?
Joram? Yeah. You might have seen his posters around. He's promising to end organized crime on the ward. Thing is, his message is all mixed up in race politics. He's anti-human.
Are things so bad that people can openly campaign as anti-human?
Before the Battle of the Citadel, the alien population thought we were violent upstarts. Look what's happened since then. A human fleet guarding the station for months. CSEC filled with humans. Anderson does what he can, but some people have lived on the station since before humans had starships. They see it as a coup.
If a majority votes for him, like it or not, that's how the system works.
That's a nice ideal, Shepard. Sergeant, get a patrol car. These two need to get to the 800 blocks.
Yes, sir.
There he is. How do you want to play this?
Follow Talid on the maintenance catwalks. Tell me what he's doing. The Krogan bodyguard will make him easy to follow.
Where will you be?
The darkest corner with the best view. Amon Kira, Lord of Hunters. Grant that my hands be steady, my aim be true, and my feet swift. And should the worst come to pass, grant me forgiveness.
What exactly? Follow them? Is there any special kind of conditions? Follow Joram Talid and keep an eye out for Koreans.
You can count on it.
Show the humans they won't get their way.
Ha! Thanks. Just remember, it's not all about the humans. They couldn't have gained this much power without the Council's support. Taking back our ward is only the...
I'm on him, Thane. He's talking to some voters.
Understood.
You're in position?
Yes.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on Election Day.
I'm following. Have you got him?
Looks like he's talking to another voter.
Any sign of Cole yet?
No.
I'm moving to another position. Ahead of him.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on Election Day.
No problem so far. Do you have the target?
I've got him.
Target in sight. Can you give me an update? I'm almost in position. He's letting the bodyguard do all the work. That lets him deny involvement. No sign of trouble.
I wonder how long this is going. The reason I said to the security officer, I don't particularly... That's democracy for you, is not that I want to dismiss the problem of having anti-human racism going on.
I see him.
It's more of a... Can't really... You can't ignore the majority opinion just because it happens to be inconvenient.
I'm following. No problem so far. What's he doing? I don't have a good angle. What's he doing?
One of his guards is talking to the bartender. Looks like a shakedown.
Target in sight.
Maybe you'd better do...
He's meeting a couple of mercenaries. Looks like the same group his bodyguard comes from.
He looks nervous. Could be he's noticed you.
Maybe he saw Kolyat in here somewhere.
Also a possibility. There are obstructions ahead. I'll try to go around. Don't lose him.
I got that weird feeling, like somebody's watching me.
Yes, sir.
You're imagining things.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing back here?
Just passing through. Don't mind me.
Shepard, I haven't picked up Talid again. Can you see him?
Wait
Wait just a damn minute. You can't be back here. This is private
Sorry
property.
about this, kid.
Kolyat!
I'll seize it now!
Thane!
I saw.
He's heading to Khalid's apartment.
Kolyat.
This is a joke. Now you show up.
Help me, Drell. I'll do whatever you want.
C-Sec, put the gun down, son.
Get out of my way. I'm walking out. He's coming with me.
They'll have snipers outside.
I don't need your help. What the hell?
Khalid, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I will.
Take the boy into custody.
You son of a bitch!
Thane came hundreds of light years to talk to you. C-Sec can give you 5 minutes. Can't they?
You're angry because I wasn't there when your mother died.
You weren't there when she was alive. Why should you be there when she died?
Your mother. They killed her to get to me. It was my fault.
What?
After her body was given to the Deep, I went to find them. The Triggermen, the ringleaders. I hurt them. Eventually killed them. When I went back to see you, you were older. I should have stayed with you.
I guess it's too bad for me you waited so long, huh?
Kolyat, I've taken many bad things out of the world. You're the only good thing I ever added to it.
This isn't a conversation you should have in front of strangers. Boys, take Kolyat and his father back to the precinct. Give them a room and as much time as they need.
You're doing him a favor, Bailey. Thanks.
Yeah, well, send me a Christmas card or something. I have to get back to the precinct. Come on, I'll give you a lift.
I do like that if you're trying to be a paragon, I mean, or not necessarily that, but trying to avoid renegade points to out of some kind of principle, you're probably going to get the target killed. That you're just going to get delayed until it's too late for you to act. So, in a way, I like the reason I like it is because it sort of highlights the importance that in order to get shit done, you have to you can be principled, but you have to be willing to see what the situation needs, and you be able to see it fairly quickly. I think that I sort of realized what they were going for when the first Renegade pop-up option came. And I thought I might be able to basically ignore that and just give up a quick convenient lie that allows me to push through. But when the guy came after me and tried to stop me, I was sort of in the situation that if I don't enter him now, he's going to delay me to the point that something might happen.
They've been in there a while.
The kid's been through a lot. I ran some searches in the CSEC archive. About 10 years back, a bunch of real bad people were killed. Like someone was cleaning house. The prime suspect was a Drell. We never caught him.
"10 years is a long time. Whoever was responsible for that probably doesn't exist anymore."
Yeah, I guess you're right about that.
How'd it go?
Our problems, they aren't something I can fix with a few words. We'll keep talking, see what happens.
Your boy shot some people. No one I feel sympathy for, but there it is.
I watched those guys shaking down businesses and threatening humans.
But he can't just get away with it.
The kid wants to make a difference. Give him community service.
Community service for attempted murder? What jury would agree to that?
None that I've seen. This would need to stay out of the judiciary. Strictly within CSEC.
Interesting. I'll think about it.
Thank you, Captain.
Sort of highlights a little bit of a problem with this type of dialogue system. There's great strength in it is it doesn't get too bogged into details what you want to say. The problem is it doesn't get too bogged into details of what you say. So the options are so goddamn vague you might end up trying to suggest all kinds of things you never intended to do. I think we're going to leave. No, we have other secondary missions here, so I will still leave here for now. The reason is simply I want to wrap this up properly. We can do the secondary missions and sort of all kinds of probing crap on some other time. I don't want to get them all mixed up. I certainly don't want to do them. I mean the probing crap, I think it's necessary. I want to do as many upgrades as possible. Because at least the ship upgrades would seem that they might play a crucial role once we go into the Omega 4 relay. So I'm not willing to just ignore them. Tedious or not, I'll still do it.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Thank you from my daughter. Ariak Talak told me where to send this. I'm Nef's mother, Diana. We talked when you came to investigate her death. Aria also told me that a dead Asari woman was found in one of the wealthy apartments, that she was the one who killed my daughter. Thank you. I don't know who brought you into my life, but thank you for avenging my daughter. My Nef deserved better than this. I couldn't give it to her, but you at least killed the bitch who took that what little she had. Ooh, heavy pistol damage. There goes our palladium, but whatever. Oh yeah. Overall, things are looking good. Let's talk to Thane, see how he feels. Probably a lot better. Things aren't great, but they're better than they were.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Certainly.
Okay. This is just another conversation. Nothing to relate into his mission. You're not a typical assassin. I don't want to say that because I don't particularly know all of the assassins.
What made you decide to become an assassin?
I was asked to become one. The Hanar trained my body for this role since I was 6 years old.
You've been killing since you were 6?
Of course not. I didn't make my first kill until I was 12. They were training me. I was not to be used and thrown away. I was an investment.
You were a child, not an investment.
I've given you the wrong idea. They valued me, yes, as a resource, but also as a person. They regretted their need for me.
The Hanar? Excessively polite, worship the Protheans? They don't seem the type who'd train assassins.
Every species trains assassins. The Hanar are only unusual in that they need other species to do the killing for them. They have a strong grip and natural toxins, but have you ever seen one move quickly outside of water? Or fire a gun?
Why did your parents agree to this?
The agreement was made under the Compact. It was an honor for our family.
The Compact?
We live on the Hanar homeworld because they rescued us, some of us, from extinction. We owe them our lives. That is the Compact.
What exactly are the terms of the Compact?
There are many things the Hanar can't do, even with mechanical aid. They ask Drell to assist them.
Sounds like slavery. No, it doesn't. The Hanar sounds like wimps. No, it's a retarded thing to say. They can't do it. Being wimp or not has nothing to do with that, and certainly isn't so slavery.
Why was your race going extinct?
Overpopulation. That must sound trite to you. Humans developed mass effect drive before the problem became acute. Our homeworld, Rakana, had few resources. We hadn't even developed fusion power when the soil began to fail from overuse and pollution. The Hanar found us a century ago. They sent hundreds of ships, evacuated thousands of us. Billions more had to be left behind.
It's easy to say why not control the population. Here's the problem. By the time anyone is willing to do anything about it, you already probably have billions of people too many. So you can't exactly go talk to the whole world and say, anyone who wants to volunteer to be killed so the others may live, raise your hand. You're not going to have too many volunteers. So in order to get that necessary reduction in population so the land could still carry the survivors, you'd probably end up in a world devastating war for survival, or very drastic measures like basically forced killing of millions if not billions of people. I mean, can you imagine it? It would be... There's no good road out of there anymore.
What's the state of Rakana now?
Do you read your philosophers? A man named Thomas Hobbes? When all the world is overcharged with inhabitants, then the last remedy of all is war, which provideth for every man by victory or death. As Rakana died around them, my people slaughtered each other for mouthfuls of water, crumbs of food.
Yeah, I still have sort of hard time seeing how it would all play out. I believe certainly that that would happen. The thing is, I'm more interested in the details, how it would happen. Actually, I don't think it would go like every man for itself. I don't, because exactly that, because it's not a scenario that is unfamiliar. It's what people have been sort of thinking about a vision for hundreds and hundreds of years, probably thousands. So I think the logical choice would be to form certain type of alliances where you agreed basically that the current situation is totally unattainable. So in order for us to survive, everyone else has to go. It's not a good solution. But the thing is, this is going to end up going. Shit is going to hit the fan hard in this, no matter what we do. It's just a matter of who's going to be alive afterwards, who's not. So you just can't have an equal opportunity for all at this point, because everyone who's going to get shafted on that policy is going to fight anyway against that. So you're going to end up in the fight. A much more sensible solution would be to have your own unit of nation or alliance of nations. Basically, say all of them, you're guaranteed. But as a cost of that is that pretty much everyone else has to go. It's us or them. That's them's the breaks. Surely a lot of people would still try to rebel against that. Here's the deal, though. Most wouldn't, because in order to do that they would have to sacrifice themselves, uh, their wives, their children, their loved ones, and that's just isn't gonna. In a situation like that, the strangers, the outsiders are much more easily sacrificed. But still, I don't see how it would work out. But I can see it going that badly, because usually, even if you know a problem is coming, if it's sufficiently far away, like say global warming, maybe there's no, not global warming, because global warming is something that's disputed to some extent. But let's say you're in a situation where it's fairly clear that water will not be enough, food will not be enough. You can measure these things much more accurately, and there's no argument about the science behind it. No one's going to suggest that food or water is suddenly going to disappear out of nowhere. Yeah, that's more or less understood. So it would be much more clear cut. There wouldn't be denying, the side denying all that would be basically, you could ignore that. So I would expect some kind of escalation. It's not important here, but I'm intrigued in how that kind of scenario would actually play out.
But you don't kill for the Hanar anymore. You're freelance. What changed?
I was asleep for a long time, yes. I paid no attention to what my body was asked to do, but then... Laser dot trembles on the skull. One finger twitch. He dies. Then, the smell of spice on the spring wind. Sunset-covered eyes defiant in the scope. The laser dances away. My apologies. Drell slip into memory so easily.
Was that one of your assassinations?
Yes. Perhaps we can discuss it later. I've wasted too much of your time.
Okay, this is wrapped up. Now, I don't think we have any major missions besides the Reaper IFF. Yeah. So for now, what I'm going to do probably now is, depending on how long it'll take, first I'm going to get the resources needed for the rest of our upgrades. There is one problem though. We can buy more, but we don't have the funds for it. And money, we can't scan for money. 33,000. So we're going to have to try to see to do those side missions. And I'm inclined to go basically through some of our old planets with different sort of people, see if there are reactions. There's certainly people in a lot of those places that had no reaction to anything we did at the time. Now they might have. I'll see, but I'm definitely making them into separate things because I have no idea if they do have those or not, or is it just a gigantic waste of my time. Yeah, platinum 25,000. Platinum 25,000, so 50,000 at least platinum. Element 0, 3,000. And more element 0. So at the moment, mainly just platinum. Lots and lots of platinum. So at least 36,000. I will be probably trying to get other things too. Less so, but still, because we did notice a few other upgrades. So might as well get the resources for that. But platinum and element 0 would be our main focuses. I'm not sure if it's going to matter in any way, but that's the reason to do it. If you don't know, just do it.